Welcome to DI Sports Bets, or what I call put your money where your mouth is. Basically, we're gonna start this off, first one, and we're gonna be kind of be keeping ourselves accountable by the end of the year to see how this goes, see how the numbers go. So there's gonna be a whole lot of math involved with this. I'm just gonna go through a quick breakdown of how um, it's gonna work, and then I'm gonna do a quick soccer futures, basically a preseason setup on or preseason picks for the soccer seasons and who wins the top leagues in the world because of Saudi Arabia. But I'll basically take a quick look at that, what I like, and then we'll see at the end of the year how this goes. I'm gonna be using a few things. You're going to be hearing me talking about units. Units is just basically whatever you consider a unit would just be like, for example, each bet has to be like $1 or $10, right? That would be one unit. I would say one unit is $1. Say half unit, that's half 50 cents, whatever you look at that as. But two units will be $2. And then at the end of the year, we'll see how this all play out. I am more comfortable with the decimal odd system. You would also see the American one on there, but I'm basically more comfortable with the decimal system. Just a couple of things just to get out of the way would be you would notice that every single odd, at least as the rule, try your best, would not be anything under 1.8, which is a 50-50 chance at the worst sports books you will get. Usually to be around 1.9 for 50-50 with like a 10% VIG on there for the sports books. If you're getting 1.8 odd for 50-50 spread, you're probably being nailed too hard by your sports book. Is that a triple entendre? The first one, then second one, to the great Jamie Foxx, and the third one would be exactly what I mean, which is you shouldn't be getting a 1.8 for 50-50. You want to get a new sports book. Somewhere closer to a 1.9 would be your spread for 50-50 on both sides for odds. Also, basically, preferably most of the odds would all be above 2.5. Not always, but that would be the target unless it's basically too good, in my opinion. And we can come down a bit for that. And we're just going to get right into it. And we're going to start with the English Premier League with the odds, but I'm also going to take a look at here at my pick. Basically, for the English Premier League, the favorites will be Manchester City at 1.72. And for me, if you check a previous video here, that seems obvious with the Premier League. I think the winners of the Premier League will be Arsenal. So getting a great number at 5.5 or plus 450 odds American. And for this, we're going to put it in one unit. So $1, you get $5.50 back. $100, you get $550 back, but you're really making a profit of $450 with that. If you understand how the odd system works. Not gonna go too much into the details to go through this pick, but for the Arsenal pick, it's just basically the thought process that the Man City odds are a little too short, and for Arsenal, there's a lot of value. They came second last year, pretty much were close, and added 3 impact players in Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Julian Timber for that. Also, they lost one major player in Xhaka, so I think Rice easily replaces Granit Xhaka for that. For Man City, lost 2 main players, basically Ike Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez. I think that's going to definitely, I like Arsenal there with a unit for that. we're gonna go straight into the Spanish La Liga. And for the Spanish league, there are two main teams that you look at here. It's Real Madrid and Barcelona. And for me, it's going to be Barcelona winning it a second time in a row, like back to back. Their odds are 2.37 with Madrid at 2.0. I really do like the 2.37 odds for Barcelona. I just think they won the league last year with about 9 points ahead of Madrid, and I think they even got better. I don't really think Madrid has done too much. They got Jude Bellingham, but I don't think that makes up for the difference with the improvement Javi's making at Barcelona. For Barca, they got in Ike Gundogan from Man City, which is a great signing. I do like Gundogan a lot. They lost Frank Kessie to Al Ahly and Griezmann so far to Atletico Madrid. I think they would easily um, be fine without those two players. So Barcelona would be the pick here. And then we go into the French league and the France Ligue 1. And this one I'm excited because of the value, right? So you got the big favorites to be PSG in this league, but that's too short for me. So I'm gonna be picking Lens at 21 point zero zero odds, which means you bet a dollar, you get $20 back for that. And I'm going to put in a unit on that basically. And it's mainly because Lens was 1 point behind PSG. The value is immense here. I don't think PSG is going to be as good as they were last season. And if they were only 1 point ahead last season with Messi gone, then that's not something I want to. I like the chances that they could be leaped over by Lens, who came second last year and was only behind by 1 point. If you look at PSG, which is the main reason for that, they brought in Ugarte from Sporting, Lucas Hernandez from Bayern Munich, and Asensio from Madrid, and lost Messi, and with the whole Mbappe saga, and also Neymar maybe leaving to the Saudi league. I'm not. I don't think they are worth that being that huge favorites in the league when Lens is so close. And we're going to be putting half a unit on Marcel at out of 13.0. They came third, so there's pretty good chance they win it as well. This is basically just going and betting against PSG in general. I'm saying they're not going to win it this season, and that. And for the next one, we're going to go straight to the Serie A. Interesting in the Serie A, based on how the odds is set up, Inter Milan is at 2.75 as favorites. You have Napoli at 4.0, and you got Juventus 4.33, and AC Milan at 6.0. For this, it's all about value and the number. Inter Milan would probably be the team I think has the best chance to win it, but at 2.75, not worth it. Still too close with the other teams. For me, Napoli, I don't think they can win it back to back. They're going to be playing in Europe. They still might be very good, but winning it back to back, I think that's a tough ask for them. I don't like Juventus at all. I don't think they would win the league. It's a very competitive one, not because it's just basically because no one is really great in the league, but obviously for this, I'm going to be actually going with AC Milan at 6, the low shortest odds, but has just as much chance to win the league as anybody else in the league. So take that with a grain of salt because I'm a Milan guy. I'm an AC Milan guy for a while, for a long time. So, but I really do think they have a very good chance. Just looking at the team, they have made some interesting depth additions to the team. They brought in Yunus Musa from Valencia, Sam Chukwueze from Villarreal, Pulisic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming in from Chelsea, and Noah Okafor from Salzburg. So those would be interesting players to add to an improving team under Pioli. And out leaving the team, basically Zlatan retired. That's going to be huge for leadership. Tonali went to Newcastle, and Ante Rebic went to Benfica. I think they would be just fine in Milan with those additions. And I think as the shortest odds among the top four, great value for AC Milan to win the league this year. So I actually like that, and that's gonna be 1 unit. And finally, we're gonna go, to the Middle East where it's all action over there. And recently, uh, basically Frank Kessie went over to Al Ali. But I'm gonna be looking at who wins the league in the Saudi Professional League. And before the season starts, I'm just taking a look at it. Al Ittihad won it last year. And they would be my pick to win it again at odds of 2.87. And for this, it's going to be 2 units. And I'm just going to go back. I think when I said Barcelona 2.37, that's my pick for the Spanish league. That would be 3 units just because it's lower odds. And I'm confident that they're going to be better than Madrid this year. For Saudi Arabia, Al Ittihad at 2.87, 2 units. Um, Looking at the league, they won the league by about 5 points last year ahead of Al Nazir, where C. Ronaldo plays. But it's interesting to me that they still won the league, and C. Ronaldo was there for about a good part of all of last season, and basically they still won the league without any major foreign imports. So for me, I think they still maintain and win the league. What the two main players coming into Al Nazir basically at this moment will be C. Ronaldo and Sadio Mane. But Al Ittihad, being the defending champions, added 3 major players already. N'Golo Kante from Chelsea, Karim Benzema, the dream, from Real Madrid, and Fabinho from Liverpool. So I still like um, Al Ittihad. I don't know much about that league. Take that with a grain of salt. Like really, but 2 units looking at it is all good. And that way basically would be all the picks. I'm just gonna quickly recap. So basically the Premier League, Arsenal at 5.5, pretty good odds. The Spanish League, Barcelona at 2.37, 3 units. For Arsenal, it will be 1 unit. Barcelona 2.37, 3 units, winning that league, basically ahead of Real Madrid. Um, in the France Ligue 1, just fading um, PSG. I got Lens at 21, 2.00 a unit, and Marcel at 13.00, half a unit. Just basically saying PSG is not going to win it. Somebody dethrones them. That's hard, but well, I gotta get the value on that. For the Serie A, going with AC Milan at 6, shortest of the top 4 odds. They can win it just as much as anybody at basically 1 unit. For that, and for the Saudi Professional League, stay sticking with Al Ittihad to win it again at 2.87 at 2 units. For that, and that's basically a recap for those picks for this season preview. Just wanted to go through that quickly before the season starts here. And by the end of the season, we'll probably do a recap to see how this goes. So it's really just keeping it accountable. And over the course of the season, just going to be doing a few of this and kind of seeing how those numbers play out and also keeping track of it as we go for the preseason ones. Basically, check out at the end of the season. In season, we'll basically just keep track of it and of the numbers and see how we do. This basically is just checking out with little units and see how this picks does as we go along here for the year. And if we all enjoy this, don't forget, if you have any predictions, you got any picks, if you disagree with me, leave it in the comment section. I want to see your reason. I want to see why. But those would be my picks for the year. And it's all about the value. It's all about if you made a positive return or not. So based on my picks, if Lens just wins the league in the French league, dollar bill, yo. So basically, that's how we're looking at it. Just 1 out of 6 of them could be good enough, but we'll see how those numbers play out at the end of the year. Anyway, drop your comments. Let me know what you think, and thanks for listening. You know what? Put your money where your mouth is.